Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. So what I decided to do, although I hadn't originally, was I think I mentioned before you can't actually sign out of a game. Once you're in it, you've got to finish the mission. So whatever happened once I started playing the last game, I was going to have to finish it. So what I decided to do was continue the mission quite a long way down the line. So I think this is 20 minutes of play after I cut off the last video. As you can see now, the little skull thing, probably self-explanatory, they're dead agents, so they're blue gang members from the opposing gang that are dead. The red ones are from the red gang who are dead. If you look at the when I do a turn, you'll see what I mean. So a lot of people are already dead. As you can see, the casket, there's only one orange casket left. The little ones that are tiny next to somebody, whether they're my gang or somebody else's gang, means that they're being carried. So two of my gang have got caskets and they're heading to the extraction zone. And what you'll see now, so let's just pick her because she's near the extraction zone. And I want to show you a few particular things. So, okay, now she's got a casket. She's carrying on the very extreme right at the bottom of the screen where it's a little backpack picture at 7.7, which means her backpack's full and she can't carry anything else. I can drop something, but other than that, I can't. She can't carry anything else. So that's what it is. At the top, in the centre, where you see the white, it looks like a crossbow to be honest, that thing, that's the icon for my gang. We go next. Now you can see past the red gang who go after us, the blue's got an arrow overhead. What that means is that they've lost so many players, in fact I'm not even sure if they've got any players left, that anyone who loses players, we obviously start off with a turn each, and you've got 5 gang members each, and each player gets killed, or if you extract one, you won't have as many players to fill each turn, so you'll miss turns, and it's in your interest of your gang to knock out at least a few of each gang. If you knock out 2-3 people from one gang, that's great, they won't get many turns, but the other gang will still be going alternately from you. Whereas if you can knock out at least one player from each other gang, there will be a turn where you get and no one else moves, so it can be beneficial. So anyway, there you go, we're going, you can see where we are, there's the extraction point, and we're going to go that way hopefully. I'll tell you why I say hopefully, because, yeah, that's fine. I think to note in this game, which is another little irritant, is there's a few occasions where if the corridor's a little bit narrow, not so narrow that someone couldn't walk past it, that's not what I mean, just narrow. So for example, she's there and we can't get past her to go there. So if you see that one of your players, one of your own gang members is further ahead of you and you want to continue, especially if it's to the extraction zone or to pick up a crate, make sure you move the person ahead of you first, because otherwise you won't be able to get past them. And I've done that a few times. I've had an extraction zone there, someone's blocked my way on my own team, and for the reason I couldn't get past them, I didn't get away with one of the crates or something happened. So this is what happens when you get to the extraction zone. There you go, it will just say extract. That's always worked pretty simply. I've never had a problem, and that person's now gone from the game. She's gone back to her base and she's not going to play, but she can't get hurt. This is red team going. And we've got her, I can't remember, she's doing a Overwatch of melee, so she'll go and give him a good whacking. The fact his head is hung means he's stunned. That will happen to us as well if we get stunned. Unfortunately, he's obviously got some kind of debuff because he's immediately not stunned, so that means he's got either a debuff in his own APs in his game, or B, he's got a chemical debuff on him, or a mechanical injection that will debuff that stunned effect. But either way, it doesn't matter because we got points off him for melee. We get to go again. I'm just going to have a look, and as you can see, they've got like 2 people there trying to get to the extraction zone, and they've got crates, and we've got one person left with some. There's one crate left. So the obvious thing to do now is we've got one person, we've got no one near them actually. So sometimes this happens, and it happened, to be honest, because I was started the game in a way of showing how to play. So what's happened is they've all got near the extraction zone with their players, and the gang members, they can leave. There's not a lot we can do about it because we haven't got anyone that near. Sometimes, weirdly, they won't leave. Sometimes it's for obvious reasons. Sometimes they'll have crates and you think they're next to the extraction zone, why don't they go? And they won't, because they're going to help somebody else. Which sometimes you need to do. You may have got a crate, and if you've only got one other player, or you've got a lot of health and somebody hasn't, you might need to go back and cover them or help them. And sometimes it's just like, I don't know why they do that. So they may not go. So based on that, and the fact they may not do what I expect them to do, we'll take her. No, we won't. Yes, we'll take her. And well, we could run around there and try and intercept them, but to be honest, that white line is showing our limited movement, so that's where we can get to. So at the most we can get to there, and they'll be there, and even if we shot them, they can still get there. We won't kill them with one shot, it's unlikely, so we might as well just fight with him. Yeah, you know, we're there, let's fight with him. So we've started, so we'll finish, as I said. So we'll hit him with our melee weapon, which is a sword. Did quite well. Melee weapons can be very good in this game. So can guns. I found there's no better or worse. Now there again, another thing I wanted to show you is you can search somebody when they're down. It doesn't cost any points. He's got, and the little thing in the corner there where it says 15 and 125, that's what they're worth to sell. So that's a buff, that's a concoction you drink that will give you stats, but they're quite easy to come across and you can buy them. That's a gun. We won't probably need it, we've probably got all manner of guns now, but it's worth more, so we'll take that and put it in our backpack. We could take the other thing, but always bear in mind what you've got and how much space you've got. So we've got one space left, and we're coming down here where there's, as you can see, there's an awful lot of crates and loot boxes, so we'll cut, and there's other dead people who may not have been searched, so we might as well search them rather than pick up one random thing. We might as well come around here and see what we can get. Now up there is a crate, and I don't know how to get it. Okay. So we would need, at least we need someone with a grapple, and she's the only person, or one of only two people in our gang who, in this mission, who hasn't got a grapple. So there's no point. There may be a way I can do it, but I want to get through this so I can show you the thing. So we'll search these boxes. That's the thing you can sell. They have their value. 40 isn't a lot. You can pick up some of this gun, and it's going to be worth more than that. So basically, unless you find a very useful, again, that's worth 40, it's not worth our trouble. So we've run out of movement points. You know that because that orange line, or it can be a circle or a line, that shows you've run out of movement points. So we'll just do a Overwatch, although I don't think anyone's going to come there, and that's her turn done. It's our turn again, because the other teams don't have that many people. One team's got, I think they've got no people, and we'll see where she is in comparison. She is there, which is not very helpful. So we might as well just run her back. Stand up never costs any points, so that's good. I think that the modelling in this game is very good. I mean, I think the animations, the video is very good, how they look, the way, I mean, of course it's all a bit dreary and drab because it's in a mechanical underground in a desolate world, and it fits that, it looks like that, and there's lots of slimy looking sludgy things, but I think the overall look of the characters and the overall look of the thing and the movement in game. I think it's all very good. No complaints at all. Now we're just going to see. Good. So she's got this is the grapple thing that I said some agents have. They have that arrow thing. It looks like a crossbow, but it's a grapple. Actually, it looks like a grapple. So anyway, maybe I'm too much used to crossbows in other games. Anyway, and those little points up there, those little flashing green points, that's where you can grapple to. So we will grapple up there, as they say. There she goes. And now we can grab that. Is that the thing we want? No. Okay, so we've got up there, that's just a loot casket. Sometimes, so what we'll do is we need to run around here and we can jump onto the thing. There's always a logical way to get to things in this game. I like that. It's never like, these things you need to think about. We'll take that and carry that, so we've got the last crate. There's things you need to think about, like that I had to think about which gang member to use and how to get up there, and then you're up there but you still need to jump down. But none of them are annoying puzzles where they don't make sense. All the little puzzles of how to get to something or how to reach something, or they're all things you can work out not difficultly, without difficulty, not difficultly. And like I said, I'm not super uptake person, so it's not that I grasp puzzles in hard games and I think, oh yeah, I can just do that. So this game's good. It's not, like I said, nothing is simple. You won't find that even when you're on a higher gang rating to the other games, which I am, that she's been killed a bit and I had to move a few people a few times in the part you didn't see because they were getting a bit killed. But basically, yeah, I'll just let her stay their way. But basically, you'll find that everything's, you need to think, you need to fight, you don't want to leave people exposed. Sometimes someone will get killed if you're not paying attention, but basically it's not, it's a good game to play if you want a good challenge without being over easy, but without being unfair. That's how I found it completely in every playthrough. So it's asking me who to play. Now you can see that my leader, my queen, has 2 caskets she's carrying. You can see that from her animation, and if you look on the big overlay you'll see that guy's got away with a crate, but that's how it goes. You will rarely get all the crates, because what will happen is more than they will escape, which I've kind of accidentally let them in this game. You won't have enough people to carry them, because either your people will have carried them or someone you'll need to keep holding guns, and like I said, you can't arm yourself and have 2 weapons or even 1 weapon if it's a double-handed weapon when you've got crates. So she's only got crates, she hasn't got a weapon, and we've run out of people we want to kill, and so we'll just extract her, because there's no point to her staying. There would be a point, possibly she's got a servo strike, which is that tech thing you can hit someone with, and she could help someone if they were stunned, but at this point in the game there's no point. And again, everybody else except that one guy there who's going to extract next point, I think, has gone. So she has, as you can see, she's got 7/7 in her backpack. That's not because she's got crates, she's just picked up stuff from other people, because I knew at the time she was too far away to ever get to anybody, so we'll just extract her. When you get to this stage, this has worked out simply in this game. These times when you're running to an extraction point with 1 crate and you haven't got time, because when all the enemies go, you'll see it now, that's another thing I wanted to show you, it will say looting round. Now this is really interesting, because what that means is once all the enemies are gone, whether you've killed them all or they've extracted, you have 1 round of turns left to loot and extract everybody. If you loot dead players, dead gang members, that counts, you'll keep their stuff. But the crates you still have carrying, but you've not extracted with, you won't retain them. So I've got to get to there basically with that crate before this turn ends. And I don't know whether we have that many points. We'll see. Sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you'll run and you'll think, I almost made it, and you don't. And sometimes you do. She will. Yeah. Okay. So back to that point. It's often in your interest not to kill everybody in the other gang, because if you kill both the other